Good evening, welcome to Telford Ice for tonight's ice hockey action. The Manchester Phoenix have made the trip up to Shropshire. Let's chat to Ricky Plant ahead of tonight's action. So, last time you played Manchester up there, it went to overtime. It was a pretty tough challenge.
Yeah, it's a big battle. They're a very strong team. So we're expecting much of the same tonight, so we'll have to be on top form to beat them.
And it's nice to see lots of filled seats tonight.
Yeah, it's great to see a packed crowd. It gives the team a real rise when you're playing, you know. It's like an extra man out on the ice when you hear your crowd getting behind you.
Welcome to Telford Ice Rink for tonight's ice hockey action. The Tigers take on the Manchester Phoenix. It's the first time the two teams have met in Telford this season. Puck gets dumped in. Quine is the last man, skates back. Support from Maynard. Carries it around the back of the net. Manchester keeping the pressure on. Quine feeds it forward. Walker goes for a steal. Played forward to Graham. Shot. Quine pushes him off and takes the net off. Phoenix drive forward. Throws it over the top into the glass. Manchester really keeping the pressure on. Hand goes to the back post. And now the counter-attack. Great cross-ice pass. Silverthorne right to the tape of Miller. Skates in, shoots. Declan Ryan makes a save. The rebound drops down. But a fantastic cross-ice pass there between Silverthorne and Miller. Weaver at the point. Shoots. Bounces around. It comes down to Silverthorne. But the puck just bounces. So prevents him from getting the shot away. Now Miller around the back of the net. Still loose, the puck's picked up, Silverthorne wraps round and puts it in the back of the net. Declan Ryan made the save on the right post. Silverthorne picked up the loose puck, takes it round the back of the net and pops it in for goal number 1 for the Telford Tigers. Held up by Maynard, pushes him off the puck. Maynard banks the puck around the boards. Quine. Bearbray. Davis. Davies heads forwards, takes a knock on. Wood. Cross-ice pass. Drops down. Shots made, goes around the back of the net. Fed through. Novak shoots and scores! Novak scored. Declan Ryan goes up for it with his blocker and it finds its way through into the back of the net. Fantastic goal number 2 for the Tigers on 7 minutes 34 seconds. Hand holds it up. Sends it around the boards, hands back there. Miller's there this time, gets the puck, holds it from him, puts it on the backhand to the back of the net. Weaver just loops round to buy himself a little bit of time to set out the breakout. Manchester take a fly change. Weaver carries puck up centre ice, feeds it forward to Silverthorne. He's through, he shoots, he scores in the top right-hand corner. 22 Jason Silverthorne from a great delayed breakout from 14 Jonathan Weaver. Zajac gives it Silverthorne, puts it onto Miller. Miller to the high slot to Zarbo. Shot. I think it caught the defenceman's skate, and now Manchester on the counter-attack. Hand gives it forward to Bakalik, but he wasn't quite up to speed, so reached for the puck and it just deflects deep into the end zone, and he was unable to get full control of the puck. Tries for the wraparound, he's in front and he tries to pick it up. He's pointed at the back of the net. The light hasn't gone on. The referee's put his hands up, but Manchester seemed to think that was in the back of the net. Birdie just stood there. The forwards pointing. The light's not on. Davis tries to feed forward now. Big skate coming up. Wood drives hard down that left wing. Held up by the defenceman. Barkalik calls for it in the high slot. Big hit played in the corner. Now there's pushing and shoving going on. That hit came in fairly late. They're all tying up. Dan Scott latched onto somebody in the corner there as they push and shove. The referee's arms up for a penalty, so someone's going for a sit down. Plant takes a line change. Bearbray comes out. Pass comes across. Boothroyd. Bearbray gets a skate to it. Goes across to Kovar. It's going to be the last break of the game. Kovar stick handles through the high slot. Pressure continual on for Martin Andre. Puck goes back to Quine. Quine skates forward as the clock ticks by to the final 2 seconds. And we end the first period with a shot on goal on Declan Ryan and the Telford Tigers finishing 3-0 up at the end of the first. Telford Tigers 3-0 up as we enter period number 2. 18 seconds on the penalty, so 4 on 4 we start the period. Manchester lead forward on the backhand, turn inside, shoot. Andre taps it forward. Barkalik Heads forward, comes across ice once again. Graham comes across. Berlin heads onto the ice. Not the tidiest of changes from Manchester. McKenzie taken out. Thompson comes across and gets a shove from Andre. Salem goes across as well, but the penalty's been called. Off the draw, shot and goal for Manchester. So a power play goal for the Manchester Phoenix. Off the draw. McKenzie reaches forward. Davis knocks it on. Andre is going to be first man back. But Barkalik skating down hard, pushes him off. He's not too happy about that. He gets back up. A great shot to the back post. Now Barkalik gets the pass across to Kovac, who puts it in the back of the net. Andre won't be happy about that. Got dumped as they both skated back for the puck. But Barkalik did get to it first. So that's goal number 2, a short-handed goal for the Manchester Phoenix. Off the draw now. Wood crosses pass ice. Or even passes cross ice. Wood drives the left side, held up by Scott. Good hit on the boards, but Wood keeps the momentum going and goes in and literally runs into Martin Andre. Shot to the back post, and I thought that was a goal for Manchester, but it was just off. And I think one of the Manchester players' fingers got caught up. Wood pushing and shoving with Martin Andre, who's getting really annoyed at him. Thompson skates in, shoots and scored. That's Manchester, brought it back to a 3-3 game. Both periods now 3-3. Telford really need to switch momentum. Otherwise, this could be a very different story from the first period. McKenzie carries it over, reaches forward. There's a line change. Zajac has to jump back off because of the Martin Andre coming off, but now they tidied up that change. Cerny delays in the high slot. Salem gets a stick to the puck and drifts it against the boards. Goes around the back of the net. Bakalak twisted by Salem. McKenzie with the puck. Waits and delays. Walker catches it high slot, drops it, shoots and scores. You can see the frustration on McKenzie's face because he cleared it out into the slot. Walker catches the puck, drops it down and shoots it home. Zabo cuts inside, Silverthorne to the back post. Silverthorne carries it round, shoots, and Declan Ryan comes up with an amazing catch in mid-save to pluck the puck out of the air for a stoppage in play. And as the final 7 seconds from period 2, Miller and Bakalak are literally, he's holding his shirt and pulling his shirt off, and then Miller comes across with the stick, and we end the second period with Manchester Phoenix 4, Telford Tigers 3. 4 unanswered goals in period 2. Welcome back to period 3 of tonight's ice hockey action. So, Telford Tigers unanswered for 3 goals in period 1. Manchester, 4 unanswered goals in period 2. So, Manchester 4-3 as we enter the third period with the Tigers for it all to do. Comes through to neutralise. Miller round the back of the net, battling for that puck, really pushing and shoving. The puck comes out, Manchester pick it up. Lunge forward from Zajac. Barkalak drives the right wing, pulls inside, goes long, goes behind the net, stops, cuts back up the ice, takes it into the corner. Taken off him by Weaver. This time Wood gets a shot away. Puck still loose, Bakalak shoots and scores, and that puts the 5th goal on the night for the Manchester Phoenix, and a defensive error from the Tigers cost them there. Davis looks to take the body. Neal steps out for Manchester. Puts the pass on the left side. Comes through the middle. Dumps over the top. Walker waits in the high slot. Quiney sets up the breakout. Gives it to Miller. Silverthorne skates through hard. Takes a deflection from Silverthorne's skate. He skates after it. He plays Wood into the boards. It's up in the high slot. Quiney throws it down low. Picked up by Zabo to Silverthorne. Goes to the wraparound. Declan Ryan got to it, and then Silverthorne had a second crack of it and put it in the back of the net. Zabo looks like he might have an injury. He's on all fours in the high slot area, and there's no glove on his left hand. It looks frustrated, but the Telford Tigers back in the game. Now you've got to remember, Manchester have clocked up 2 short-handed goals, so Telford can't become complacent on this power play, but a great chance to put them back in the game. Weaver, forward. Miller takes a knock on. Cerny picks it up. A drive forward from Silverthorne, putting the pressure on deep in the end zone. Zabo gives it forward and a shot and goal on the power play goal for Joe Miller. 57 from 10, timed at 52 minutes and 48 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. Telford have got probably one more good offensive attempt in regulation time. Weaver looks at the clock, sets it up, 20 seconds. Zabo, forward, Plant gets there, puts it around the back of the net. Miller shoots, rebound drops down. Miller picks it up in the corner, changes direction. Wood pins him against the boards as the final 4 seconds of the game tick off. We've got a 5-5 tied game going to overtime. So, we're into overtime. It's 4-on-4. Zajac on the break. Silverthorne holds it up. Zabo straddles the line. Shot. And Declan Ryan makes the save. Quite clunky. Weaver looks up. Gives it Zajac. Zajac steps up. Passes to Zabo. Intercepted by hand. Zabo comes forward. He's got the puck. He tips it up to Declan Ryan, who thinks, I think I'm going to hang on to this. Puts his stick up to protect him from Miller with 10 seconds left in overtime. Drop the puck, comes out, Boothroyd back, 7 seconds. Miller cuts round, puck drops down, Weaver picks it up, gives it to Zabo, and that's 5 minutes, that's the end of overtime. So, we go to penalty shots. Walker scores. It's the best of 3. Davis goes wide to the right, cuts across, puts it on the backhand, goes up slowly. Bacalac waits, pulls aside, shoots and scores. Joe Miller steps to the line. If Telford don't score this, it's a Manchester win. Miller skates up to the line, shoots and saves, and it's a Manchester win on penalty shots.
Definitely a game of two halves in the first 2 periods. You started 3-0 up. We thought it was all over at the end of the first.
Players thought it was all over come the second period. Unacceptable second period. No one to blame except themselves.
So then the second period, 4 unanswered goals. You're playing catch-up in period 3. But then the momentum looked like it was on the turn.
Great character in the third period, but, you know, too late maybe, I don't know. I thought we were going to win. I thought we were going to win in overtime. And then shootouts is a lottery, isn't it?
But it's a total flip of a coin, isn't it?
Got to play for 60 minutes. Second period, 4 goals against, just unacceptable.
So you're at home Saturday night next week. So out on the ice, get focused, look forward to next week.
Refocus, start again. We don't become a bad team overnight, or we don't become a bad team because of a poor second period. But guys have got to, it's mental. They've got to stay focused. It's got to be for 60 minutes. These guys know that. These guys are professionals. They're good players. They've got the right attitude. But you know what? You can't take your foot off this pedal. Not against teams like Manchester. Not against any team in this league.
Any team in this league, as you say, if you give them an inch, they'll take.
Yeah, and we're top of the league. People want to take a slice. People want to come and take a scalp. You know, it's hardest position to play. Top of the league. Everybody wants to take a piece here, and we've got to rise above that. We've got to be absolute squeaky clean in everything we do, and we weren't in the second period.
So the Telford Tigers held to account by the Manchester Phoenix tonight. They've got it all to play for next Saturday when Andre Payet Sheffield Steel Dogs make the trip to Telford for a Saturday night face-off.